guys, my name is Maria. I am with the Customer Success Department over here in TOPS 1. Today we're going to be going over assigning GL distribution to vendors in TOPS 1. So we're going to be going over why would you want to sign up, why would you want to assign a GL distribution to a vendor? How do you do it? How can you see what distributions are assigned to vendors? And we're going to go over a quick little live demo. One of the perks of some of the perks of assigning GL distribution accounts to vendors is that you only have to enter it one time. You can make sure that the correct account is always being used whenever you're creating bills for vendors. We see sometimes that clients are missing money in certain accounts, and we look back and we realize that they selected the wrong distribution account for a bill. So this is one way to make sure that you're always using the right account. And if you ever need to select a different one at any point in time, it can easily be updated either when creating a bill, or you can totally change the default account that's selected for the vendor. We're going to go over real quick on how to assign the default the GL account. And after the PowerPoints, we'll go over a really quick little live demo. So pretty much with assigning the account to a vendor, you just go to the vendor profile, and on the vendor profile, you'll see at the little section on the bottom named default distribution. To add one, you just click the add button, and it's going to ask you some information like which community is this for, which account do you want to use, and also when selecting an account, how much of the funds do you want going to that account. It's pretty straightforward, just make sure that whenever you select the accounts, if you're selecting multiple, that the total account distribution equals out to 100. So let's say if you have 4 accounts and you want it split evenly, you could put 25 for account A, 25 for account B, and so on. As long as the total comes out to 100, you'll be able to save it, and then you'll be able to distribute your funds really easily. And also on the vendor profile, you'll be able to see all of the default distributions for any communities that they have. Remember in our last webinar, last Thursday, I had mentioned that you can enter in default distributions for multiple communities, and you'll be able to see it on the vendor profile because vendors are global. So you can view a vendor profile by per community or overall throughout your whole portfolio. So you'll be able to see the community name and which account they're using. If you need to make any edits to it, you can also do it right there on that page. All right, let me show you a quick little live demo. Bear with me for 1 second. Alrighty. 1 second, one more time. So we're going to start off by just seeing one of my vendors that already have a GL distribution. So we're going to go over to Vermilion Electric. And if you look here at the bottom of their page, you'll see a little panel that says default distribution. Here it'll say the community, which account, and if I need to make any edits, click the little pencil icon. And you see over here, I'm making changes to my default distribution for Pallettown. Here I select the account and how much of it I want distributed to that specific account. So if I wanted to add another one, I just click the little plus sign, select an account. And please do not judge me by which accounts I'm picking. So if you see over here, I picked 100% and then 50%, and my total over here shows up as 150. If I try to save this, it shouldn't let me. Yeah, down here at the bottom, you see a little pop-up that says the total should equal 100%. So here, if I edit it to 50 and 50, I'll be able to see that my total is now 100, and then I can save my distribution. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Like I mentioned before, one of the perks of doing this is to make sure that whenever you are creating entering a new bill for a vendor, that you're selecting the right account if your boards want a specific one used. You can also add the default distribution when you're entering a bill. So let's say this one. Let's say this is a vendor that I've used in other communities, but I've never used it in this specific community. when I'm entering the bill, it will allow me to select the default distribution here. So like I said before, this is a vendor that I've never used within this community. I've selected account 2000 as the account that I want to use for this bill distribution, and I want $100 going to that account. So when I click post, I'm going to get this little pop-up that says, do you want to set this account as a default distribution for this vendor? And if I want to, I can. I can even change the amount, the percentage amount going to that as well. So let's say, yep, I want this to be my account. I just enter the percentage amount. I click yes. Oh, I need to enter a bill number. And now my bill is posted. So if we go back to the vendor profile, should be able to see that the distribution that I just selected is now their default, which it is. So pretty straightforward. This is the one place where you'll be able to manage the distributions for your vendor. And we also have a report in Standard that will allow you to see all of the AP distributions for your bills. So in case if you need that, that's available here too. And yep, you'll be able to see the expense distributions, clearing distributions, and all that good stuff. And that pretty much covers the assigning a GL distribution account to a vendor.